Understanding mic purpose. For microphones, the primary purpose is to convert acoustic energy sound into electrical energy, a signal that can be amplified, recorded, or transmitted. Because the microphone is the first link in the audio chain, it's important to choose the right microphone for the job. While choosing a microphone, you need to consider the desired sound source, whatever the mic is supposed to pick up, and the equipment that the microphone will connect to. The microphone should be able to connect the loudness, frequency range of the voice or instrument that you are miking. If it doesn't, your audio might have noticeable hiss, distortion, or voice in the mic, which may not sound natural. The microphone also needs to be compatible with the electrical connections and the electrical characteristics of the audio mixer, recorder, or the computer it will connect to. If it doesn't, you might have problems with noise, no level, or no audio at all. To know how a microphone will work for a particular purpose, you need to check its technical specifications. These fall into 4 general categories. In this segment, we will discuss the operating principles. The operating principles describe the transducer that the microphone uses to convert sound into an electrical signal. The most common type of transducers are dynamic and condenser types. In a dynamic microphone, sound waves strike a thin plastic diaphragm and cause it to vibrate. A coil of wire attached to the back of the diaphragm vibrates along with it. As the coil moves back and forth, it passes through a magnetic field created by a magnet, which generates electrical signal that corresponds to the sound. Dynamic microphones can handle loud sounds without any distortion, but this also means that they are not very suited for distant miking of quiet sources, because the sound waves have to move the base of the diaphragm and the voice coil. They usually have limited high-frequency detail, so they are better for vocals or horns than for stringed instruments. The size of the magnet makes it difficult to make a dynamic mic very small, which can limit your mounting options. In a condenser microphone, sound waves also strike a diaphragm and cause it to vibrate. The diaphragm is mounted just in front of an electrically charged plate. As the diaphragm moves back and forth, it changes the electric field between the diaphragm and the plate, which generates the electronic signals that corresponds to the sound. Since there is no voice coiled in a condenser mic, the sound waves only have to move the diaphragm. This gives condenser mics better high-frequency details than the dynamics. This makes it ideal for making recordings of string instruments, percussion, piano, or subtle vocals. Condenser mics usually have higher upholds than dynamic, so they are good for distant or quiet sources. Since there is no magnet in the condenser microphone, which makes it easy to make the mic small and even easy to make the mic less visible, condenser microphones have internal circuit that requires power to operate. Usually, phantom power is supplied through the microphone cable to the mixer or recorder. Some condenser microphones can run on internal battery, but that's less common. Unlike dynamic mics, the electronics in a condenser mic can overload when exposed to very loud sounds. Make sure that the condenser mic you are using can handle the source level that is expected to be produced. By understanding microphone characteristics like microphone operating systems, you will be able to choose the best microphone for any application and get better results when recording or using a sound system. Thank you.